Hello everyone, welcome to our channel SK-TECHLEARNINGS. In this video, let us understand how we can enable environment routing, what are the prerequisites, step-by-step configuration, how makers redirects to their personal development environments. Now, first we quickly understand what is environment routing. It's an admin feature that allows platform admins to automatically redirect makers into their own personal environments instead of default environment when they log in make.powerapps.com. Let's check out how do we configure it. Now log into Power Platform Admin Center, then click on Settings. Do remember, since this is a tenant level settings, you need to have a Power Platform admin privilege. Okay, now once you have the privilege, you can come down to the settings icon and here you can see environment routing. Okay, so in order to enable this environment routing, first you need to enable trail developer trail environment assignments. Yes, this one. So sometimes few organizations won't let everyone to create developer environments, so at the time we will choose only specific admins. But now if you want enable this feature, you need to make sure that you have selected everyone. Now click on cancel. So these are the two prerequisites: one, admin privileges; two, you need to enable developer environment assignments. So in admin center, environment routing feature can be configured in two places. One is in tenant settings and other option is environment groups. Okay, so I am going to configure it from environment groups. So when you click on this environment group, you will get a link over here, environment routing. So you can click on this link and you can see a pop-up here. In this pop-up, you have to configure one by one. First, you have to enable create personal developer environment for makers. This option should be enabled, and this option will be enabled only if you have already enabled developer trail assignments. Okay, next, moving on to user types. So here two types of users are there: all makers, new makers. What's the difference? Simply, all makers means already existing makers can also avail this feature. New makers means those who are going to access Power Platform for the first time, so they are going to have this feature. It's up to the organization's decision whether to go with already existing makers or the new makers. Okay, so for now I'm selecting new makers only. Now environment group. So there is environment group that I have configured. Now what is this environment group? It's simply, it groups together a group of environments and apply some rules on it. So every group will be having some defined rules. If you go and see here, for this environment group there are around 6 rules. So I have configured only 2 rules. So one of the rule is sharing control for canvas apps. What does it mean? So if you want to share your canvas app that is created inside this developer environment to any users, you can limit that. For example, if you want to limit it to up to 6 users, you can limit it to up to 6 users. If you want to limit it to up to 2 users, you can do that. So the maximum that you can share is up to 99. Okay, if even if you try to share it to across 200, it will trim it to 99. So this is one thing. Now the second is welcome content. Whenever the user logs in for the first time, he can see this welcome email content. So that is something like this. The preview is gonna like appear like this. Okay, yes. Now let's cancel this one, and I have gone. So the last one is enable description, a generated description. It means uh, your AI reads your canvas app functionality and it tries to provide description for it. So this is one other newly featured. Yeah, so let's go back to the environment groups again. Click on it, click on this link, click on environment routing. Let's try to configure it. So the last option is security group. Security group means here you can restrict certain users from not being able to create it. So you can configure the security groups here. If you don't want to configure security groups, you can leave it as it is, so that every user in the organization can able to create a personal environment. Now this is how the settings, once you click on it, it will get saved. Then environment routing feature is enabled in your Power Platform tenant. Now how do we test it? First, any user whoever logs in for the first time, they will get a screen. Thank you friends, please do subscribe if you like my videos, and also if you want more videos on Power Platform administration. Thank you, bye bye.